Hey everybody, this is Guy with Survive. I apologize for the noise, but we have a lot going on right now. This isn't going to look like much for a few more days, but something very exciting is happening, and I wanted to make this video and share it with you guys. We're reaching a point in our business that is very exciting. The backlog's coming to a close. So I just want to walk through the shop here real quick, explain this, and then we'll make a follow-up video on the other side of the wall. But I wanted to just right out of the gate here say that all of our remaining backlog, like 90% of anything that we have outstanding, is here or further over in assembly. So that is awesome, and we're to the point where we're just going to need a few more sheets of material to recover some of what we lost during that decarburization issue and some of our move-in delays. But beyond that, this is all well in hand, and it's all moving out the door. So I'm going to explain what's going on here because we are going to go dark for a few days. There's just not much interesting to show you, so I'm going to explain why that is and why that's a good thing instead of a bad thing. So what I'm wrapping up right now is our second to last table load of GSO4s and MagnaCut. So these are all now going to be all but finished ground. So they're a few thou oversized, and this is a remnant of how we were processing parts. So I've got the last of the GSO4s and MagnaCut walk down just oversized. I'm going to flatten those tonight into tomorrow and get those back on the grinder for finish grinding. So I've got this table load over here, and then this one last table load, and then this is all working through finish grinding. Similarly, the rest of the MagnaCut blades are already over in finishing or double grinding. So that's the last of it. When we're talking about the 3V orders, we've had a lot of questions about the Delta protocol. I want to do what I can to do as many of our 3V blades in the Delta protocol. So anything small enough and thin enough to just sort of retroactively do that, where I know that we can hold a good standard, we're going to do that. So that's including the GSO4s here. So I think we can go up Wednesday to pick up a partial of our heat treat batch. So if that's the case, I'm going to be working tomorrow to get these ground down just oversized. We're going to take these back up, do a full anneal at the thinner size. These went through heat treat pretty stable, so I think there's not a ton of retained stress, and then doing some follow-up grinding will get any further stress out of the sheets and how that was delivered. Like I said before, we changed how we process these parts since then, but we can still do some things to make sure we're going to get the very best result possible here. So we're going to take these, walk them down a couple thou oversized, take them up there, get the Delta protocol done to those, get them back down here, finish them, catch them back up with everything else that we're doing, and then all of the GSO4s are done in the next probably 2 to 3 weeks.
We already have handles and sheets.
Yeah, handles and all the sheets are already here. So these are already in assembly, and what you're seeing are the very last of those. So if it's not here, it's already over in assembly and it's working through there. So that's a bit of awesome news. Another bit of awesome news. All of these blades are flattened fully and ready for finish grinding. So where I was saying we make a lot of good progress, this is the last of the EDC4s in K890 right now. We're machining more, but everything you're ordering right now that's in K890, it's already over in finishing and assembly, or it's right here. So if you're ordering it, it's here on one of these piles heading over for assembly. So anything else that we're making now is for the next batches of these, and we're expecting this to keep going this smoothly. So looking at this table, this is all of our open EDC4 orders in K890 plus extras. And like I said, there's more over there machining that we're going to take up to heat treat next week. GSO 4.5 standards. This is all of the open orders for K890 and some extras, and then I'm starting to flatten the MagnaCut orders, which I'm almost done those now. The GSO 4.5 bushcrafts in K890, I'm really far into flattening those. So all of this stuff is going to be leaving here. I'm going to be working this all through here in the next few days, so that when I change back to the finishing wheel, it's nothing but finishing here. From here on out, everything that you're seeing here is just going to be working its way out the door. So we're going to spend the next few days getting all of these things all roughed out so that we're all ready for the final grinding step on this grinder, and we're just going to keep feeding all of this stuff into bevel grinding and finishing, so that from here on out, past the next couple of days of getting this buttoned up and lined up, from there it's going to be non-stop shipping. So I'm very, very happy with this. Like I said, I know it doesn't look like anything yet, but we're getting to the last bits of everything. So similarly, while we've got the roughing wheel on, I had a chance to look into this. This is the very last of the GSO 10s, and I'm happy to report that there's nothing weird going on with these like there were with some of the 12s. So all of these are relatively flat. I had only stopped this because we ran out of time before we had to start packing the shop up to move. So as I get back onto these probably Wednesday, Thursday, I'm gonna be able to knock through all of the rough grinding on these, I think in about a day and a half to 2 days. And then we'll do any small bits of flattening and then take another couple of days for finish grinding once we get that wheel on there. But then in the next few days leading into next week, they're all headed out the door. So that's all of these old promises are done. We've looked through similarly all the GSO 12s. We're gonna come over here and look at these. All of these are flat enough to finish out. I can get these all the way flat the way I like without any follow-up tempering or anything. So we went through every table load that we roughed out. We roughed out every daggone blade down to a known thickness, and then I got them all sorted, and this is what I can reasonably get flattened, and this is most of the blades. So between that and that, that's, like I said, this is well over 90% of any remaining backlog. So this is most remaining GSO 12s. And the last ones are just what we're gonna do a follow-up temper on. So I guess from here, we're gonna come over here and look at the last of like some of this stuff. Like I said, we already have some K90 EDC4s and we're machining more over there. So we're well into extras. And then anything else remaining here is 3V. So under here, we've got some, I gotta make a cutout in the corner here. We've got some 12s under here, some GSO 5.1s in 3V, some Vendetta 4.5, some Vendetta 4s, some more GSO 3.5s from a previous run we want to play with. So all of this stuff is going to go back for either some follow-up temper straightening in the case of the bigger blade, or we're going to have the smaller blades rolled forward to the Delta standard. So everything is the very best it can be for this go around, and then we've got a bunch of notes that we've taken for our next runs at 3V, I think, on how to start getting these bigger blades to the standard we want on a manufacturing side as well as the heat treat and things. There's some give and take with the Delta protocol. So now that we're back here, I just want to make sure that we have all of our notes in a row and everything's exactly what we're thinking so that we can start processing those in a way that makes more sense. So yeah, beyond there, it's just down to getting a few sets of materials. We're starting to make fixtures for the Pakal. We've already got the Vendetta 5.5 fixture made, the Necker 2, the EDC2, the old and new variants, the TSKs we're getting wrapped up. If you're not seeing it here, we either now just need to get a couple sheets of material to get it wrapped up, or it's already over in assembly and finishing. So you guys aren't going to see it for a few more days, but I'm actually really excited because just spending some time down the focus hole here, I've been able to get a lot of these things accomplished that I've been meaning to. And by making these videos, it's keeping me in here and making me more motivated and accountable. I want to get this stuff done. So if I start talking about it, I'm more likely to just get it all done, whether I'm tired or not, whether I'm feeling it or not. So I guess with that said, we're cutting a bunch more GSO 4.5 bushcrafts and K890 to stay well ahead of any of that. You know, like I said before, the backlog was never our intention. It was just a byproduct of not wanting to compromise, and that led us to becoming a manufacturer. So now that we've been making strides and getting caught up, and this is the last of it here. And I'm really happy we've done this just with some support from you guys. And you know, thanks for seeing what we've been doing. And this is just about done. And now I think being back in PA, this is going to be a good chapter here for 2024 and moving forward. We can finally leave all this backlog behind us, and it's just a chapter of how we got here. So I guess with that said, I'm gonna go away for now, but Ellie, is there anything else I should be mentioning? I'm sorry, this is, again, it's not scripted. I'm just excited and wanted to share all this, so there wasn't a theme to the video. I just wanted to share some of the progress. So I guess I'm gonna get back to grinding, but with that said, thanks for stopping by, and we'll talk to you again soon.